Good morning. This is Pastor Will with a new segment that I am doing entitled 5 Minutes to Live By. And I'm going to be on exactly 5 minutes. At 5 minutes past the hour, I'm going to be done. I'm going to have them replay this a little bit later. But I'm going to do this on a weekly basis, although this week I'm going to do it daily because we are in the middle of a prayer consecration for 7 straight days. So for during the weekdays this week, I'm going to do this segment daily. But in general, I'll do this on a weekly basis, and we're tying it to a podcast. 5 Minutes to Live By with Pastor Will. Let's get started. And the whole premise of this is just a quick 5 minutes of devotion, something that will get you going your day. And this one is entitled Offenses and Offenders, Part 1, Why Me? In Matthew 11, the 11th chapter, verse 2 through 6 says, Now when Jesus had heard in the prison the works, now when John had heard in prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples and said to him, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? And Jesus answered and said to him, Go and show John again those things which ye do hear and see. The blind receive their sights, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear, and the dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. Blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. I entitled this segment, Why Me? Because I need you to understand what John the Baptist was going through at this moment. He was offended. I'm going to really dig into this in subsequent segments, but he was offended because he's in prison. He's been accused of doing nothing other than preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, and he's about to get his head cut off. And he's sitting there wondering, why haven't Christ, with all his power, roll up in here and took me out? Why haven't Christ saved me out of this situation? And many of us struggle with this same issue that John the Baptist had. We know God. God has been there with us. He's been there for us. But now we sit in this situation saying, why me? After all I've done. John was the forerunner of Christ. John baptized Christ. John was there when the heavens opened and God said, This is my beloved son, hear ye him. And now, because he's done what God has called him to do, the forerunner, the one who was preaching about Christ before there was a Christ, the one who was doing everything, he was so good that Jesus said that there was not a man born that was greater than John the Baptist. And yet he feels this sensation that many of us feel. Why me? Why am I going through this? Why haven't God delivered me? Why haven't God saved me? David put it like this, and I'm closing. I told you just 5 minutes to live by. My God, why have thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me? Anybody ever felt like that? Jesus said, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. It simply means, my God, why have thou forsaken me? We feel like that. David felt like this. David said in the 73rd Psalm, God, I know you're good, even as such us of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet are almost gone. My feet have well not slipped, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. I am feeble, he said later on in the 38th Psalm, and sore broken. I have roared by reason of my disquietness of my heart. And so there are times, and I'm out of time. 5 minutes, that's it. There are times where you feel forsaken. I'm going to dig into this a little bit more tomorrow. But when you feel forsaken, what do you do? God's got a plan for your offenses and offenders. Join me tomorrow, and I'm going to dig more into this. And remember this, don't just live life, live a victorious life, and have an amazing day. My time is up. Just 5 minutes. Y'all be blessed.